Hey, welcome Broken World Entertainment, and this is the third time trying to do this video because the BBC kept blocking the other videos. Thanks BBC, you suck my hairy one. So this video is of course about Doctor Who, the 60th anniversary episode, which has confirmed that Doctor Who is once and for all 100% dead, buried. Final nail is in the coffin. It's gone. Another franchise has failed. And it sucks. It sucks for the fans. Me personally, I haven't watched Doctor Who since probably about 91, 92. I was a huge Doctor Who fan back in the 80s. And I'm kind of glad that I dropped off from watching it because it means I didn't have to sit around and watch yet another beloved franchise die. And of course, the death of the franchise started with Jodie Whittaker in the previous seasons, when of course they made the Doctor a woman. And then of course the fans went even more nuts at the episode The Timeless Children, where they gave the Doctor an origin, something nobody ever wanted, and they removed William Hartnell from being the first Doctor. And how did the Doctor come about? Well, they made it that a little black child falling off a cliff to its death peacefully and gracefully is how the Doctor's transformation began, because this nutball lunatic found the child and kept regenerating the children. The child would die, she would torture them, and they would just regenerate and regenerate and regenerate. And that's how the Doctor came about to be. They even removed him off of his home planet. He's no longer from his planet. So there's tons of articles on what's been going on with it. Like, here's a headline from Bounding Into Comics. Doctor Who dives off the progressive deep end as latest special sees the Doctor lectured on pronouns, chastised for being male presenting. Yes. Then we also get one saying, and this just shows you just how bad things have gotten, as Doctor Who ratings worst of David Tennant's career. Yeah, it's the worst of his career, which is insane. And apparently they're really kind of calling them all out, saying they knew exactly what they're doing. So look at this. The recent special that aired Thursday happens to be the worst rated Doctor Who episode of David Tennant's career, as, along with Davies and Tate, all three have sold out fans everywhere. And make no mistake, they all knew what they were doing, and it's all intentional. It's a big FU to the fans, and it really, really was. And of course, what can you say when you see something like this? I suppose there's only one thing we can say.
That is one big pile of shit.
Indeed, Jeff Goldblum. Indeed, it is. So, what exactly has been going on with this new Doctor Who? Well, Russell T Davies has basically come out and said they're using it, of course, to send the message which the BBC itself has confirmed in their own review of the episode. By the way, they didn't like it. The BBC themselves didn't like it and said it was nothing more than just propaganda to push the message. That's quite telling when the BBC itself is calling it out. And of course, after Jodie Whittaker, the show was in fact cancelled. A lot of people don't realise that, but the show was cancelled. Disney picked it up. Disney are the distributors now in the US, and they have financed it, which means they get a say in what happens. And of course, Russell T Davies has introduced a brand new character. The character of Donna's daughter, daughter in air quotes, Rose. A transgender. And here's the crazy thing about this character. This character is portrayed by a 20-year-old biological male who is pretending to be a 15-year-old girl. Tell me that doesn't scream problematic. I wouldn't want to see this dude's, hers, its, whatever. I wouldn't want to see their internet history. That could be really problematic. And David Tennant has flat out said the character is there to show young people, specifically young people, trans people and trans allegories, and make it normal and acceptable. So he's targeting specifically your kids, and he has admitted this. Protect your kids, people. Protect your kids. And of course, that's not the only thing he's changing and has issues with. Oh, no. We get to the classic, the absolute classic Doctor Who villain, that is Davos. Davos, of course, is the horribly disfigured person who's half Dalek. That's right, his bottom half is Dalek, while his voice is modulated through electronics because his voice is gone. He's only the use of one arm, and he's horribly disfigured. Russell T Davies has taken it upon himself to change that. Now he's just a generic, normal guy in a black uniform. And why? Why did Russell T Davies change it? Well, because he feels that Davos was representing people who are disabled and in wheelchairs, and that it makes you think people in wheelchairs are evil. Yes, you heard that right. He's actually said that it's a big problem to see someone with a disability and you're seeing them as evil. That is such a nonsensical and dopey response. That is the same level of stupidity as those people who said the orcs in Lord of the Rings are black people. How do you look at orcs and go, oh, they're meant to be black people? How do you look at Davos and go, hey, he's in a wheelchair and he's evil? That means they're saying people in wheelchairs are evil. Are you stupid? He must have a nosebleed when he sees Darth Vader. It's not a wheelchair Davos is in. That's a life support machine. The same as Vader's suit is a life support machine. And who the hell is he to come in and change 60 years worth of stories because he finds it problematic? You know, that's the other irritating thing about these people. But he went ahead and he changed it. And then, of course, it got even worse. That's right. It managed to get worse because the Doctor gets lectured on pronouns because he's talking to an alien, and Rose, the 20-year-old biological male that's playing a 15-year-old girl, questions why he's saying to the alien, why are you assuming it's a him? It's beyond stupidity. And of course, he apologizes about this and asks the alien, are you a he? Are you a she? Are you a they? And the alien responds with my preferred pronoun. Why does the alien know and understand what pronouns are? Why is it answering about its preferred pronouns? And why are they even asking an alien about pronouns? Like, seriously, just how stupid is that? It's so ridiculous at this stage. It's getting so out of hand. But they also basically brought back Doctor Who to tell you he's a moron, that he's useless, and he was better off being a woman. Yeah, they actually go there. He's surrounded by a bunch of women, and we use that quite loosely because, once again, there is a stunning and brave 20-year-old biological male acting as a 15-year-old girl, who, by the way, is also meant to be fully trans. They've had their operations and everything. How does that work when it's illegal for anyone under the age of 18 to go through those operations and whatnot? Yeah, work that one out. But they bring them back to ridicule them. And why wouldn't they? It's modern day. It's 2023. Thankfully, it's almost over of being 2023. But alas, it still is. And they just couldn't help themselves. I mean, is Russell T Davies seriously that dickless that he's too afraid to change any of this stuff, just to ignore it all, just to actually go back to doing Doctor Who the way he did it? Because he's hailed as the guy who saved Doctor Who.
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
And now he's doing this. Is he dickless? And you gotta feel truly bad for the fans, because yet again, here's another franchise being stripped away from them, being destroyed, being basically told it's no longer for you. It's about putting our messages forward, the stuff we have issues with and problems with, because we want these younger people to be on our side, to have our belief system. And it's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And when you look at it, they think the fans had a little bit of hope when they saw and were told Russell T Davies was coming back to be showrunner once again. They had hope. And then they even found out the Doctor was going to be male again. They had hope. But then of course you saw him out promoting what was coming, and there was hints of his crap, and people started to lose that hope. But then the Children in Need episode happened, and then of course the 60th anniversary, the first of 3 specials, happened, and all their hope was lost. And with that, there's only one thing I think we all feel and have to do when you see and hear this stuff, and it's this. So yes, unfortunately, once again, a beloved franchise has been destroyed and taken away from the people who made it what it was, the fans. The fans are the one that are getting screwed over, and the BBC and Disney are standing there just saying, push the message harder. And Russell T Davies apparently wants just to come after your kids to promote transgenderism and all that crap. Oh, things need to change, and they need to change fast. But with that, I'll leave it there for this one. So there's the memberships available, $3.99. All the videos in there. More to come, more tiers to come later, probably next year some stage. And like, share and subscribe and all that good stuff. And with that, cheers. Catch you in the next one.